Welcome to the Home Turf Podcast, proudly powered by Bet9ja, the home of BetBOOM. Now, if you're a sports betting fan, this is where you would have a blast. I have very wise men with me. We're going to discuss through interesting segments, and I am very certain that in the end, the odds will be in our favor. Everywhere go green, no red. That's how they be on top of Bet9ja. Now, let me introduce the great men that I have. If you know this voice and see this face, you will know say na husband material. When it comes to football, we dey love them. You know, shout out to all Manchester United fans. But by my immediate left, ladies and gentlemen, the Agbabola himself. He dey ball there, he dey ball here. Yhemo Lee! Babao.
Material.
Yes, thank you very much. By my immediate right, ladies and gentlemen, this man, that person will be saying that they find him up and down. Because anywhere where Mourinho dey, na there in dey. Now he's saying they support Fenerbahce. Pooja!
Ade.
You're welcome, Pooja.
100%.
Yes. And the man whose left leg is, you can compare it to that of Romelu Lukaku. Sheggz!
What's up, bro? What's up?
Welcome,
bro? What's
welcome. So we are going to run through interesting segments, and I'm very certain that, you know, in the end, you will definitely love all that we have curated for you. Now, very interesting bit of information that I want you to listen to. You know, Bet9ja does it big, and Bet9ja has upped the ante. Maximum payout is now 200 million naira. So there's no limit to how you can dream, and there's no limit to how much you can win. With 200 million naira, just imagine how your life go change. Everywhere go boom. Now only Bet9ja they run now.
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing betBOOMs. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet9ja.
Welcome back to Home Turf Podcast. Yhemo Lee still in the building. Pooja and Sheggz, yours truly, husband material. Now, it's important that we start this way. It's a new season and people are excited. I would like to ask you what your expectations are for the 2024-2025 season.
I think it's going to be an amazing season anyway. I mean, I've seen Chelsea signed over 700 players. Anyway, I try to do. So I'm just looking forward to see if there's going to be a little bit of switch and see if United doesn't go. Man City doesn't win the league anyway. I want someone else to win. Probably Arsenal.
The way Yhemo Lee sounded, he sounded like somebody who, if you ask him, he will still say, we will all try, but it's still going to be Man City. Because if Man City doesn't win the league anyway. Pooja, for you, what do you think of the 2024-2025 season?
I think there should be a power shift.
Power must change hands.
Of course. You know, when a team wins it like 4 times in a row, it will be so boring when they now win it for the 5th time in a row. And there are other clubs there now. Like Yhemo Lee say, just the sign, like saying no tomorrow, no day. So why you no fit compete? Man City, their stadium they leak, but they do everything. They still they find way to. So if these teams, big so-called big teams, because they say EPL big, everywhere big, but this Man City have continued to win the biggest trophy. But this season, I want the power shift.
Power shift.
Maybe Arsenal this time around, they be near, or got climb the table now.
Climb and at least win. So Sheggz, it would appear like, you know, we want a shift, but we all agree that Man City is looking like, I mean, if they ride on 4 consecutive wins, they might just win it for the 5th consecutive season. But what do you think of the 2024-2025 season?
Honestly, I feel different this season. I feel like even with the top 6, we're not too sure. I feel like clubs have been making amazing signings. Like I've been looking at West Ham signings, Spurs signings and stuff. So I feel like it's going to be harder for City. I feel like Arsenal gave them like a really good for their money last year. Really good run for their money last year. And I feel like this year, man, like obviously we all want a power shift. Clearly, I think the power shift is coming. I don't know how long the power shift will last, but for this year, I feel like even them, they must be a bit tired.
Interesting. But you know, there's something about you wanting something to play out in a certain way, but in your heart, you know, you would still tell yourself, you get as this thing go be. So I would like to just, you know, try and see what in the direction you guys are thinking. Do you think that the average punter would look at, for example, the English Premier League and choose outside maybe Man City to win the league?
I don't know. It depends on how you like to stake what you want to stake. Me, I like staking against the odds. You understand? I don't. If I look this thing, if everybody says this person's gonna win, I like to stake against.
Interesting.
So I don't know. It depends. However you want to put it.
So if you are going to stake against Man City, let's say we all agree we want to join our faith together and say Man City will not win the league, which other team would you stake your money on?
To be honest, it's Arsenal.
It's Arsenal.
It's Arsenal.
Arsenal. Arsenal is the
100%.
closest.
Arsenal.
United, rubbish.
Not Liverpool.
No, not Liverpool. Not Liverpool.
No,
Arsenal.
because if you look at experience-wise, they've chased Man City back to back
Yes.
for 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Now he knows Pep Guardiola very well. Of course, they say he's an apprentice, blah blah blah. But this season again, they are signing in the areas they want. They've signed Calafiori. That means they want to block shop. And they had the best defense last season. Now signing a better defender again. So that means they are catching up. And if you want to bet as a punter outside Man City, I think Arsenal is the best bet.
Okay.
And over the last 2 seasons, I feel like they've become better. I
Exactly.
feel like they chase them first, they go better, they chase them again. So third time lucky, maybe.
Okay, but we have all seen Man City in action this season. I mean, the curtain raiser was the the FA Community Shield. And, we saw Manchester United play like, there's nothing too extraordinary about Manchester City.
I lie you.
No. They had like 4 of their key players not in that game. I told you, Foden is not even at the peak. He didn't play that game.
But his peak is always maybe like November now.
And that's the better part.
Before he peak, then feed on day.
I just feel like a team like Man City just gets the result out. Like, they know they're going to, even when they're losing, they're so much composed that I was telling somebody, at the time Man U scored, ideally, that should have been end of the game. True. I mean, it's a final. You need to win. That 1-0. But Man City were so composed as if they knew that one.
They
brought in Bernardo Silva and the goal happened almost immediately.
Imagine
you have like they don't see how say.
Like the smallest man for pitch. Like when they know this time Man U waiting at box.
Man City have won the league to a point that they are not entitled.
Yes.
Okay.
I genuinely think that. I think like I agree with Yhemo Lee. I think like Man City, they have the confidence. So in a team where you're not getting results all the time, players might be losing confidence. I feel like with Man City, they're so sure. They know who to bring on at certain times. They know everything. So to be honest, even I'm a United fan. I support Manchester United. I feel like even when we're 1-0 up, obviously in my heart, I'm like, if it's Community Shield, let's just collect it. Deep down in my heart, I already know that these guys, they know what's up. And if they lost, I promise you, if they even lost, they won't be that angry. They'll just be like, okay,
Community Shield. But they were celebrating somewhat. Talking about, people who are not celebrating. Yhemo Lee mentioned that Chelsea has signed like 700 players. What is going on at the Stamford Bridge? How many players do they even have in their roster this season already?
Over 40.
Over 40. Now me. Now what then they go? I've been a boys hostel. What is Chelsea really doing?
I say they won't go war.
Now, make we even leave who they sign. The first time when I see club when the Jubilee say they don't sign Omar Odion, a lot of Chelsea fans were really very, very excited that the deal, fell through. But one deal that some Nigerian Chelsea fans are praying for is the Victor Osimhen deal. Is there any chance, Pooja? Is there any chance? Look into your crystal ball. Is there any chance that we would get Victor Osimhen in Chelsea, or he go even play for any other club? Because now it can't be like say he don't be second option.
I think financially Chelsea can afford Victor Osimhen. I don't know his wages or his transfer fee, but we don't know what is going on with Chelsea. They've signed 8 players this season. With the players they have like over like 10, but they need a striker. Nkunku will not give you the full length of the season. And of course, Victor Osimhen will not give you the full length of the season. So they need backup. So if Nkunku is not there, there should be a Victor Osimhen, and they need Victor Osimhen. So I don't know what is going on behind back door, but of course, every Chelsea fan, we always want a Victor Osimhen to be in that team.
So wherever Victor Osimhen goes, as Nigerians, we love him. We would be rooting for him, and we hope that all of these will be sorted in quick time. Now, talking about something that will be sorted in quick time, let me just share this very important information with you. Football season is back, and with that is the hashtag Bet9ja Go Time. Now, you can participate in that 500,000 naira largesse, the bonus funds. You participate and share. Now, go and follow Bet9ja on all social media platforms. On Instagram, it's at Bet9ja IG. On X, it's at Bet9ja Official. And on Facebook, it's at Bet9ja. What are you waiting for? 500,000 naira just there for you to share. Bonus funds. Bet9ja, Afunima Obe. They give you, they don't look at it. Well, yeah, go and participate. Welcome back to Home Tough Podcast, and this is the segment we call Punter's Corner. Now, I have men who are seasoned alongside me on the panel, and we're going to be discussing very key subjects that I'm very certain, if you pay attention, you would learn from. Now, as punters, I would like to ask you, what do you look out for to influence, how you stake?
I look at my own objective is I take stats very importantly.
Okay.
I don't overlook stats. Of course, I pick some games based on my instinct, but I do with stats. So the 5 last games of these teams, head to head, I check. And because I play corner kicks and of course home win, that's what I do. So I need to check stats to know if the home. Of course, you can play good, goals, but when it comes to the 5 last matches for these 2 teams that are playing, it's very key for me. And of course, I've been a successful punter now.
Confirm.
So that's what I look out when I want to pick my games.
So that's Pooja's secret, and I'm very certain that if you follow the experts, then you already get an idea of what you should be doing. For you, Yhemo Lee, what do you look at?
To be honest, I'm not really much of a staker for football games. My favorite sport at the moment is basketball.
Interesting.
So, but for football, because I've faced a lot of disappointments,
Was that what pushed you to basketball as a second choice?
Let me say yes. You get the way you go bet. You go say, oh boy, I say this football team before me. But for real, I'm still going to bet on football. I do goals. Most times under goals. Under. I don't see a reason why a team should score 5-6 goals. You understand? But I've had my fair share of teams scoring 7. goals.
What is even funny? First half,
you understand?
you play under 4. First half,
Yes,
you
so-
see 3-0.
Bro, I don't play game. I don't play under 5.5. First half, 30 minutes, don't give under 5. So where's my faith?
So for you, Sheggz, what do you look out for?
I think there's so many things. I think as the season goes by, last season, for example, we know that Arsenal weren't letting in many goals. So when it comes to a team like Arsenal, I might do over 1.5 goals depending on that game. I think also with certain clubs, when they score goals. So with City, they actually have a pattern of when they put in the most goals, and it's towards the end of the game. So I think those things matter. I think in England as well, with stadiums, you're not really going to Anfield and scoring a lot of goals. You're not really going to Old Trafford back in the day scoring a lot of goals. So those are the things I personally look at. But I think for me, my bets are better after the first 2 months of the season, once I can gauge the weather. So from that October, November, I start winning, but that August, September, it featured for myself.
So you just test the waters and then you get into top gear. For Pooja, you say you be corner man and home win. Yhemo Lee talks saying that goals in they do. So for me, it gets some clubs when they play when if I talk and people go shock. And because of a lot of people like to play popular teams, But there are some teams that when you settle down, the odds are really very high. It just be like say, Bet9ja just talk, say, we are going and play this one. And now waiting, boys, they use the all right.
I get you.
When we say you go even play win or draw. Win or draw, sometimes they be like 1.5. Win or draw, they be like 1.5.
Yeah.
People know they too put eye on top. Now, why I want to ask now, we know we all have our preferences, but what do you think is, if you had the chance, would be the easiest and the best, in your opinion, to play, to stake on? Like for me now, if I go those teams now, win or draw, because I will look, say, okay, now 2 options. If they not win, then go draw. If they beat them 1-0, my mind go see the address, say, then go still draw.
Now two continents or 2 countries in my mind, and they're always sure. And their names are funny though. If you go to Bolivia, you have Bolivar, and
Bolivia.
Yeah.
When they play ball by 3 a.m.
And
when will they sleep?
Now the best time you wake up to boom.
Wake up to boom. Go back.
They have a team there because always ready.
Always ready.
They always win. And the last is River Plate in Argentina.
Argentina.
Carry them go Remo. they go win. Home and away.
Interesting.
So those two, because if you are 2 or 3 or 4, those are the games. South Americans.
So for them, you stake straight win.
Straight win.
On Bolivar, always ready, and River Plate.
Home and away. In the whole full season, the list is they will lose like 2-3 times.
Interesting. Yhemo Lee, if you they play basketball, for example, which teams you know say, no matter how, this one so they go come clutch?
First off, if you are playing against the Nuggets, automatic win for Nuggets. So most times, if it's home, Nuggets win and over. Because they are going to score a lot of points. And after that, my favorite team actually is Golden State Warriors, but we're going through a lot of back and forth right now. So for Golden State Warriors, at the same time, it's over, but I can't say they will win. So it's either I play over, but with Nuggets, Boston Celtics, no matter who you are, I'm playing Boston to win you and to play over.
Interesting. Sheggz, do you sometimes look at certain games? I know you're big on, you know, you're going to certain stadiums, you know it's going to be a tough game. Even if you might get a win, it would not be, you know, multiple goals.
But on stadiums, like, I think my favorite thing to bet on, I haven't even said, is like the lower leagues in England. Because I played in the lower league. So I actually feel like low-key's even cheating because I feel like I really understand it. Like, if you check my Bet9ja bets, like, I always win. Like, and even like, yeah, because lower leagues in England, I think for me, like, because I know, like, for example, it's the winter. I know this pitch is so bad. You can't go to that pitch and score 3 goals. I know because I've played on that pitch. Ivan Toney made me loads of money. People have seen Ivan Toney now. They feel like, oh, Tony's doing so well. Tony's been doing this for the last 5 years. Did that at Northampton, did that at Peterborough. He does it everywhere. So I feel like that insight helps me with like the lower leagues in England. So I'm usually betting on the Championship, League One, League Two, and National League.
So on home turf, you would get exclusive information that you'd get nowhere. This is somebody that played in the league. He knows as the stadium be. And you go there, they wish for 5 goals. Meanwhile, person who don't play, they don't know as he be. So just listen and use it right. Now, I would like to ask an interesting question. And I know that for so many of us, we have had this very terrible experience where we would say, I no go ever play football again. Some people go even come begin go they find if they even get husband and wife to quarrel, they would rather go and play that than even stake on football. Like Yhemo Lee say, get it out when football do. I mean, can't go for betting. So I would like to ask, you know, most times we get too emotional, especially with football, because you can see it play out in 90 minutes. Man, you get the goal in the 83rd minute, and you're like, 7 minutes more. Mokuna block. Then Bernardo Silva in the 89th minute gets 1-1, and you are angry. How do you manage the emotion, you know, especially for football?
The emotions between you and your creator. Because at the end of the day, most times, if people are around you, you cannot totally express why you're angry. You understand? Now you're going to say, I don't bet. You know, it could be in a gathering and they're not watching football, but a game is going on. You know you staked. And what you just did the guy in a live score. And your mood is this way because your team is leading. And you just check live score, like your team is losing by 2-1. Everybody's looking at you. What's going on?
What changed?
Go to the film. You're going to brother. You know, so betting sometimes comes with a lot of emotions, but if you're potential staker, you know it's part of the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Interesting.
Same time when you win too, you know, if you chop 100 million and you say you got to laugh. What did they make you up here, brother? Meanwhile, you don't chop money.
Interesting. Pooja, for you, how do you manage emotions, especially betting on football?
You know, like I said, I don't bet on popular because my emotion is always on the high side. I'm always very emotional, so I don't always bet on those big teams because I want to banter as well. That's why I'm not a big fan of the FPL. I would like to be telling you to a team that I don't like to do me favor. I don't want. So I go to those leagues. I don't even know their name.
Colo.
Like Holland now, they give you corner kicks. And I don't know anybody there. They don't even know me. Now I can talk about, I can talk about Napoli now. They talking about Osimhen. So I don't want to attach my emotions to any. So I want to go to those leagues. They don't even know me. I don't even know them, but I put my money on. And they give me what I want. And when my emotion is this, it's always crazy.
Interesting. For you, Sheggz.
I think it's so hard for me because honestly, like, I know that a lot of the players, like, they know better. So, like, for example, you're speaking about, let's say you're winning 1-0 in the 83rd minute. As footballers, they know they're wearing heartbeat meters. They know the players in the club that are fit, the players that are not fit. you're playing against a team like City that keep the ball. Most times you play against this club, maybe they're doing 67% possession, you're doing 33% possession, and then it's the 85th minute and you're trying to be passing it around, tapping it around, play them at their own game. Obviously, they're going to score. So I just feel like, for me, sometimes it just breaks my heart because I know that these guys, like, there's enough knowledge in 2024 to tell you what to do. Like, the clubs are literally teaching you what to do at every time. So it's third minute, you're making the wrong decision. So I feel like it's just heartbreaking for me. Like, I went through 2 years of not even watching ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because, I mean, like we mentioned, Bet9ja has upped the ante 200 million.
Yes,
you can see 200 million.
NBA this season, they chopped 200 million.
No one. Now, you can see 200 million naira maximum payout. And then this weekend, for example, you stake on Bayern and you are disappointed. And then the next weekend, it is Bayern against maybe Hamburger. And you are like, normally, Bayern supposed beat these people. But that PTSD from the last week, they hold you. So I'd like to ask, now looking at future stakes vis-a-vis maybe losses from maybe previous games, how do you manage that in one word? How do you still say, damn you if you do, damn you if you don't? Let's put our head there, 200 million maximum payout.
To be honest, I put in cancel culture sometimes when I'm betting. There was a time Dortmund was showing me hell. I don't know what was going on with that team. At some point, Dortmund used to be a sure banker.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know, if I'm going to Bundesliga to pick, I don't even do Bayern Munich. Just pick Dortmund. I'm so sure of 2.5. It's automatic. First half, they are like 2-0. So I had that belief that Dortmund is my sure banker. Then the following season, I didn't know what was going on. Maybe I didn't read, but I just kept putting Dortmund in on my ticket. So most times, I will have won my early kickoff games with Premier League, waiting for Dortmund to deliver. And I'm seeing they are beating Dortmund 3-0. I'm like, what's happening to this thing?
Your evening could just change.
So I was losing continuously with Dortmund. I was like, bro, never in my life would if I say, bro, don't bet on Dortmund. You love yourself. You understand? So it happens like that, but I just have to protect my money at the end of the day.
Interesting. Sheggz, how do you manage that?
I think it depends. Like last season, like with Bayern, since we're talking about Bundesliga, I feel like Leverkusen were having a better season and Bayern were like losing a lot. But the person in Bayern that wasn't disappointing us was Harry Kane.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he really wanted to go there to stat pad and just build these numbers like crazy. So once Bayern started letting me down, I was just putting my money on Harry Kane. I can put like 1M on Harry Kane to score because he was going to score. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I feel like for me, it's like I'm weighing it up. Like, okay, I think what Yhemo Lee said, cancel culture, like super, super important. If you've gone like 2-3 weeks in a row and this team keeps losing and you keep putting your money, then brother, you said you don't like your money. You know what I'm saying? So I think you just have to find a balance, to be honest.
Pooja.
You know, cancel culture work, you know, like you said, you know, for Romania, don't go to Club Brugge. You know, they will always mess you up. But because you do have an emotional attachment with these clubs, I will continue to play. Like that's why I go to all those South Americans. I don't know them, because I know their stats, I know that, so I'll continue to, because at the end of the day, like I said, you know, one game caught is more dangerous than outbreaks.
Sleep safe.
You know, you better make you get outbreaks than one game caught. So you go to look and say one game now, you go to see the money. And because Bet9ja, they will leave the yellow for there. They give you hope, you just wake up, don't turn red.
You don't call.
So I go to those countries, I know that at least in 38 matches, the worst they can do is lose 5 matches. So I will continue. So that money where they lose for me, you will win it for me.
Very true. Now, it's important to bet responsibly. And if you listen to Yhemo Lee, Pooja, and Sheggz, you would know that if you do this thing, do them with sense, and do your research too, so that you don't go come begin cry, come they talk say, if not.
You started to say betting platforms, they use juju.
They use juju. Nobody they use juju. Now you they rush anyhow.
I've had my friend tell me that my Bet9ja used to call clubs to determine life. Now call these people, say, may they allow these people to take score. So that we lose. I'm like, bro, how?
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing betBOOMs. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet9ja.
So welcome back to the Home Turf Podcast. This is the Hot Tips segment. Pay attention because this segment is really very, very important. It is not every day you get to see these wise men pool resources, bring their heads together and give you something that will change your life. And remember, Bet9ja is not playing. 200 million naira payout. So if you are looking at 200 million and you have men here who will give you that 200 million in an instant, focus. So there are very interesting games this weekend, starting with the curtain raiser in the Premier League, Manchester United at home to Fulham. Now, what I will do is just reel out some of these games. We'll talk about, games that are really that people would look forward to, like, for example, Chelsea against Man City this weekend, or Ipswich Town. If you're an Ipswich fan and your first game in the Premier League is Liverpool, you go, no, say, no be shere, no be Norwich. You don't start. They did not even give you honeymoon period like Yhemo Lee. straight into the action. So let's begin first with, Manchester United versus Fulham, 8 p.m. on Friday. There's Ipswich versus Liverpool, 12:30 p.m. There's Arsenal against Wolves, Everton, Brighton, Newcastle, Southampton, and then Sholankeles Bournemouth will travel to Nottingham Forest. These are the games on Saturday, all 3 p.m. Now we also have Aston Villa away to West Ham, Inter away to Genoa, AC Milan playing host to Torino, and then Valencia at home to Barcelona. On Sunday, the action will continue. Mallorca would welcome Real Madrid. Verona will play Napoli at home. Cagliari will play host to Roma. Juve welcome Como. Their first game in the Italian Serie A. Now Juve, now you they follow play and you they come from relegation. And finally, Lecce against Atalanta. Looking at these games and some other games that we are thinking about, what do you think would happen this weekend? If you were going to look at certain games, which leagues would you advise people to avoid? And which games do you think people should put their money on?
First off, City is beating Chelsea. That one is for sure. For sure.
And now this City, we won't make another person come win League on top. City will beat Chelsea just like that.
That was confirmed.
41-man squad Chelsea.
They have to get used to playing with each other. That's the thing.
That's confirmed. Then the team coming from relegation against Napoli will automatically win, even without Osimhen or whatever, they're winning. Then United is playing Fulham.
United is playing Fulham on Friday.
To be honest, I'll play against United. Technically.
Sheggz.
I personally wouldn't. To be honest, I think Fulham have a great side. They just signed Emil Smith-Rowe from Arsenal and stuff. But I think United have that game, personally.
Yeah, you get mine though.
Yes,
for Old Trafford, Fulham.
First game of the
He said he plays against the odds.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said
the moment I heard it, my instinct telling me play against United.
And against the odds, they win 100 million.
Yes, I want to win 200 million if I know play against the odds.
How are the mighty falling? See you.
But but first games across leagues, I think it's goals. They are just coming from the holidays. So everybody's still not in that mood. So there will be goals. There will be a lot of corner kicks. And of course, like Yhemo Lee said, all those relegation teams, they go. They're good.
you not think say the 12:30 p.m. game on Saturday fit favor Ipswich somehow on home ground with the sun.
No way.
You are going straight to the Lions Den.
No way.
You are playing Liverpool.
They will dry bones do never rise again.
And you know that they have a new manager. And there will be no manager bounce already. People want to play for slots. So if it's, they should not forget.
Interesting. Okay, but I'm looking at Bournemouth now without Solanke. And, he's joined Spurs. And, I mean, this was somebody who you could put your money on, the attack for Bournemouth, that this guy would add value. But this time, he's playing for Spurs and they are traveling to Nottingham Forest. We have our boys there. We have our Oni there. And when you look at games like that, the odds are pretty much very high, looking at both teams. Now, would you tell somebody to look at, say, for example, in Newcastle, Southampton, Nottingham, Bournemouth, and overlook maybe Arsenal, Wolves, or Everton, Brighton, or, the big games. There are certain games that you would consider big games. Yeah. But these other teams that in Yoruba they will say one tora one. Like for example, you weigh Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth, and you think these are teams that can cancel each other out. Would you advise people to go for such games at the start of the season?
I think for sure. I think Newcastle Southampton. I think it's a very big game. Like in England, up north, like that's a massive game. Obviously, Southampton, Newcastle. I think it depends. Like obviously, you can play safe. I think if you're going for the big games, you're playing safe because we already understand the big teams a lot. So, do you get what I'm trying to say? I think there are other teams that are big too that we understand. Like with Forest, like obviously Awoni is there. Or like I know, I'm sure as Nigerians we all watch Forest here and there. But personally, for me, like, I hate their squad. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I feel like they're going to lose the first game of the season. So I think it depends. I wouldn't play safe. I would actually play those teams, the Ipswich, the Southamptons. Like, I want to see what's going on with them. But then I'm going to advise my friend to stick to the Uniteds, the Cities, the Liverpool, because it's the first weekend. So I think it depends on who you are as preference.
I think Bournemouth is not going to have it easy without Sri Lanka anyway. So I would be picking Nottingham Forest over Bournemouth.
Interesting. But there's something I feel... Maybe we have written off these teams from relegation because Yhemo Lee just talk them straight, say Ipswich, if they go feel them for their body, and Juve is playing host to Como, it would appear like we are not even giving these teams any chance this season.
The thing is, bro, the big teams have structure. Like, there's a reason why we call them big teams.
Big teams, yeah.
And the reason why those ones are in relegation. So it's pretty much very obvious. Teams that have come from relegation, you see them, they come to show whatever, mid-season they're dead. Do you understand? You need to, these people spend a lot of money to buy players. They're not buying players for fun. So you can't be paying your players maybe £2,000 or £3,000 per week. And teams that are paying 100k, 150k, you go just compete there like
Did you watch the championship last season? Did you see how Ipswich came up?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's why obviously I feel like they got quite lucky. And even their signings this summer, they've been okay. There's some teams that come up that you can see their signings and you see the intent that they're not trying to go back down. With Como in Italy, with Cesc Fabregas and them guys there, I think their signings are good. Like they just got did they get, I think, Peperina? Like they've been getting like more mature players to like just give that level of
balance,
expertise. Balance. People that have actually done it, won it. So I feel like their squad will be better than an Ipswich. I'm not seeing that from Ipswich new signings, to be honest.
Unless we are deceiving ourselves. When we go to Spain, we know it's a 2-horse race.
Exactly.
100%. Atletico Ficon turn to donkey, but nasty 2-horse race. But you have Barcelona traveling to Valencia, and you have Madrid traveling to Mallorca. And you know how important it is from day one to hit the ground running. Yeah. Let me just ask. Do you think that there will be surprises in Spain this season?
To be honest, there's no surprises going to happen to Real Madrid.
Exactly.
It's just like
Madrid will win again.
Just like City.
Yeah, Madrid is Madrid.
They've added new quality. They've added
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Like I saw some sort of squad depth like last week, and I was just, oh, this is Real Madrid. And I just realized Mbappe is not even in this picture.
Wow.
And they shout like that. What I saw is like, these ones can kill any team. Then without Mbappe, is not even there. So Mallorca, they're dead on arrival. But for Valencia, I mean, over the years, Valencia has always been a stubborn beat for Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona most times
going to Mestalla.
You know, they're always easy for them like that. So my money on Real Madrid any day, then probably a double chance for Barcelona. I'll just do goals because of Lewandowski anyway.
Interesting. So it's now time for us to put our money where our mouth is. And you know, say they say if skin no food, no put body.
Don't put it.
This is not the time to put body. So we would just rub minds and get 9 games that we believe, you know, these 9 games, if we put them as one code, play them for Bet9ja, people go boom. Everywhere go green. Boys go ball this weekend. So let's go. We're looking at the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, and the Italian Serie A. Now, do you think that there are certain teams that, as we discuss now, may they not even come into this conversation now because maybe we're going to need to watch them, see how they play before we go begin to think about them, or we can just go for the big teams, or there are special teams you are looking at their activity in the summer market and you feel this team will do well this season?
First off, Newcastle has been one of my favorite teams over the years too as well. Looking at how they've evolved and, put themselves in that top 10 space, from coming from where they're coming from. So,
and they are playing Southampton.
Exactly. So I personally feel first set of games, big teams, my money on all the big teams. First.
So Newcastle, Southampton. Do you think we should put body in Newcastle, Southampton? Do you think we can?
I think both teams to score, Newcastle to win.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Both teams to score, Newcastle to win.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And Newcastle were scoring a lot of goals last season. But they're still
I saw more than 5-6 games that Newcastle were doing 4-0, 4-0. Like they never get that. Just like City. If City starts scoring you, there's nothing like let's rest. Pep 7-0 down. He still wants more goals, exactly like Newcastle. They don't first half 3-0. You will still chop more. Second half, Issa, everybody there, they're going crazy. So
Newcastle are fire, to be honest.
They love to score. So if I don't play them to win, obviously 2.5.
Okay, so we agree on both teams to score.
Yeah,
and Newcastle win.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think of Everton Brighton?
Those are the games I don't like.
There are lots around that game. We don't know the kind of game the new manager for Brighton will do. And it's just, I think it's just 31 years.
Yeah,
he's a young boy.
Really young, yeah.
So we don't know. Of course, when Deserbi was there, we know there were a lot of goals, and they're still missing all those Mitoma. They are not back from
So we will not touch that game.
Because we don't know the kind of Brighton we of course know Everton. But we don't know the kind of Brighton that is coming.
But
so
Arsenal, if we're supposed to compulsorily stake, it's going to be anybody win.
Yeah, anybody wins.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so let's do Everton, Brighton, anybody win.
Yeah, anybody win.
I would like your take on Arsenal versus Wolves.
Straight in for Arsenal. Emirates is a fortress now.
Arsenal don't call it that level now. Straight win.
See, Wolves have sold their most dangerous player, which is Neto.
Yeah.
If you want to know how fantastic Arsenal is, take how Man City from the league. Bro, Arsenal for don't do like 3 or 4 leagues now.
Yeah,
the
true.
past 5
They're the
years.
best team, yeah, if City went out there.
So it simply means if Arsenal is not facing City, any team that Arsenal faces, I'm going.
Okay.
At least is a draw.
Interesting. So we have 3 games now. What do you think of the Italian Serie A? The new teams coming into the league. For example, Juve play host to Como. Do you think, straight win, first half win, 4 goals, 5 goals?
I don't know the magic that goes down.
I don't really bet on Serie A.
Like, final result.
Juventus have a new manager as well, Thiago Motta. So I think all those variables should be, because for me, like I said, I go with stats. So when I lose games, my own consolation is I actually researched this game. So if my research actually came to pass, of course I will win. But now I didn't just pick out of the blues. So for Juventus against Como, like Sheggz said, they did well. They signed Varane, they signed a lot of good players. And these are Juventus who they don't have a Chiesa anymore. They've signed a new manager. So ultimately, it's the AC Milan and the Inter Milan that is blooming now in the Italian Serie A.
Okay, so let's go for AC and Inter. So AC play host to Torino.
Torino is a fantastic team. I can't totally rule them out.
Yeah.
AC has the old, team, Rafael Leao, everybody's there. So AC is playing at home. I don't know if I see the odds. If it's a little bit thick, I can just double chance AC Milan. But if it's less than 1.5, obviously straight win.
Straight win.
I wouldn't bet on those games.
Yeah.
Like Italy is just scary to me.
I don't even go there.
Serie A is just scary to me. I don't know. The results are always just.
But it's straightforward. It's straightforward for
Osimhen. Also Osimhen score and that.
Okay, so he says he would not bet on that game. You not really sure. So
now the odd, odd.
If
the odd are like 2 point something above, and double chance. But if it's beneath 1.5, straight win. I just expect magic from.
What about Genoa and Inter Milan?
I don't know anything.
Inter is away.
Inter is away.
Yes.
No good.
I don't know. It's first game of the season, to be honest. Inter were really strong last year, but that's what I'm saying. Like Serie A is just weird. We can watch that game now and then Genoa beats them 3-1.
Okay, let's go to Spain then. Valencia, Barcelona.
I think goals.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all in agreement.
And most Barcelona win either half. That's a very good odd as well.
Okay, so let's just settle for goals.
Goals, yeah.
Okay, goals, both teams to score or 2.5, 1.5.
1.5.
I do 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. Interesting. Mallorca, Real Madrid.
No.
2.5 and straight win.
You can even play Mbappe to score. So.
I played Madrid win both half.
You can play anything on that game.
Deliver.
But I watched their training session like 2 days ago.
Bro, start
Training session.
So Madrid win and over 2.5.
Yes.
Facts.
A win.
Fantastic. Don't play with those ones.
Okay.
Kamavinga.
I was even finding like some new guys. They
Bro,
said this one just came from Castilla Academy, all these like ballers.
Bro, they have all this Hendrick, all this Brian Benz.
So we have five. We have 5 games now. Ipswich, Liverpool.
Liverpool. Welcome to the Prem, Ipswich.
We have to welcome them.
Yeah, so
Ipswich, Liverpool.
I don't know what it feels like.
Okay. What about West Ham, Aston Villa?
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
That's another one of those weird games.
They even reset their jerseys are like the same.
No good.
No, just go there.
Both of them are going to be really strong this season, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Both of them are going to be super strong, but it's just a
West Ham, Aston Villa, K.
anyone can win. To be honest,
Well,
No good
tricky.
to pick.
Okay, interesting. Roma is away against Cagliari. And Atalanta is away against Lecce. Our boy now, Ademola Lookman.
don't be our boy. You're not going to return my money.
But I mean, Atalanta last season, they looked like a team that was well put together. Unfortunate that, towards the end of the season, they did not play well. But they went on to win a trophy in Europe.
Like Sheggz said, Serie A is very unpredictable.
Very, very unpredictable. I like
So they are one on, one off. You look at this Atlanta now, they can finish 12 this season.
straight up.
They can finish 12 this season. Look at AC Milan 2 years ago, blew everybody away. AC Milan struggled to enter the Champions League slot this season.
Okay, what if we go to the Ligue 1? We know Mbappe is no longer there with PSG, but you have Marseille. Marseille is away against Brest. Lille away against Reims. And Monaco at home against Saint-Etienne.
To be honest, I only do goals for only goals.
I can go for a win on Marseille though. De Zerbi's there now.
Yeah, De Zerbi is there now.
Super expansive football. Sign Greenwood. Who else? They've been signing players.
Yeah.
So Brest against Marseille. A win for Marseille away. All right.
Yeah, Mali's saying goals though. Loeko is saying goals. So let's.
I want to just score. You have been paid to score. Score. Let me go and sleep.
Okay. So Oloweko, can we do maybe win and over?
Yeah.
Fair.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
win and over.
1.5.
Okay. Looking good already. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. 2 more. Two more games.
I'll pick Atlanta.
To win away.
To win, yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta is. I don't think the home team is that. Is it Cagliari?
Lecce.
Okay, Atlanta against Lecce.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Atlanta will win.
But Atlanta is away.
No.
They're away.
They don't know away. They win.
Atalanta would win. Okay, so we have 8 games. Let me see if let's look for something.
Sorry, have you picked Man City to wipe Chelsea?
That's on Sunday. Chelsea, Man City. Chelsea's at home though.
And what is home? City don't know.
Chelsea where they 2 pass from the back. They all ball score.
Okay, maybe now for pre-season. But say Chelsea and Man City, if you go by your stats, Chelsea and Man City they easy as we take Tinkham.
You know they easy, but Chelsea they usually lose.
On Stamford Bridge.
Let me even tell you something. Before Arteta started doing, body with Pep, this is Maresca. He's formerly a boy to Pep. It will wipe him.
The number one problem is, I'm sure Chelsea would not even know the squad to play against City. That is so.
That's a problem in itself.
If you're not
That's a problem in
composed,
itself.
you need to be extremely composed to play City.
Right.
City already knows the squad that will play Chelsea. Like they know the
They're not
team
even
B that
stressing.
will play against any team.
All right, interesting. So we have Man City to win against Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah. Chelsea.
And I think Villa West Ham, I know we already have 9, but I think Villa West Ham low key, because I feel West Ham, they've made so many signings, they have to gel. I feel like Villa were too strong from last year. Like, I feel like they're just going to come into this season moving.
God bless them.
I'm going to do both teams scoring.
Interesting. So just look out for the code. I mean, you have listened to the wise men, Rob Minds, and they have given you this. And we're very sure that we'll start receiving testimonials from next week. welcome to the Prediction Guru segment where you've listened to the wise men, but as a viewer, you'd stand the chance to play and win. Cash prizes, Bet9ja branded merchandise, everything that will make you feel like you're a part of this family. Now, there are 5 games where you can go on all Bet9ja media platforms and make your predictions. Manchester United at home to Fulham, Chelsea play host to Manchester City, Arsenal play host to Wolves, Barcelona away against Valencia, and AC Milan at the San Siro take on Torino. Predict the correct scoreline and win fantastic prizes, inclusive of cash. Then remember, the maximum payout is 200 million naira. Now only Bet9ja they do that one. Money full ground like Sansan. So as you make your predictions here, you can also stake your games. And when you stake your games, you go win here, you win here. Jebi, Jembe. Now only Bet9ja they do them. So that is that for this episode of the Home Turf podcast. Thank you so much to my amazing panelists, Yhemo Lee, Pooja, Sheggz. You have given me an interesting episode, and I am hopeful that, after putting our heads together to come up with this very special code, now testimony will go to here.
Amen.
So bye.
See you guys. Bye.
I'm London signing out.
Bye-bye.
Londona.
Biggest bet booms. Boom, boom, boom. You know where you hear boom, now explosion. See, Bet9ja just they change pattern and things they make sense. So with the biggest bet boom, you have a system that allows you to play. For example, you play with 100 naira. You want to win 500 naira. Now, your winning will be boomed. And then your 500 naira becomes 2,000 naira. You don't believe me? No problem. Wait now. Evidence day. We know they carry talk. Evidence day. So I'll share this interesting game with you. So a punter staked on 3 games to win 140,265 naira. But with the biggest bet boom, the person won 2,805,306 naira 80 kobo. They go pay you reach your kobo. Now only Bet9ja fit run am. Bet9ja no go talk say there's kobo there, let's remove it. No, they go pay you. Now just imagine trying to win 140,000 naira. You don't think I'm saying 140,000. You can't check, it can't be 2.8 million. Now only Bet9ja fit do am. And now what they call the biggest bet boom. So you stake your game and just fold your fingers crossed. No, fingers crossed now if you know. Fingers crossed now if you know sure for you. Fold your arms. They wait. Because now so Bet9ja they run am. Bet boom. You go boom what you want win. You go win more. You will be say you don't do budget with like 140k. Or I'll spend this 140k. You can't go see 2.8 million. Is Bet9ja your mate? Bet9ja is not your mate now. Biggest bet boom. Let me give you another evidence. Make you know be like say they carry talk. Just look at this example. Somebody staked on Estoril against Benfica on goals. And 1,000 naira to win 4,800 naira. But guess what? The bet boom. Boomed his total winnings from 4,800 naira to 96,000 naira. Evidence day. This one no be mouth. Now, what do they call biggest bet boom? So please, when you play, fold your arms and wait. Bet9ja will boom it for you. You will win. That's what Bet9ja they do. Look at this other one. 64,045 naira 80 kobo. 90% supposed win. But guess what? Bet boom raised the earnings to 320,229 naira. Now only Bet9ja they do them. What are you waiting for? Go and boom. Go and boom. Bet boom. Bet9ja.